wanted to run to Lagos, I wanted to run to Enugu, I wanted to go to Oyekiti. Everything was in jeopardy. Like, okay, I think there was. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're stopping by for the very first time, you can consider subscribing to this channel, and if you're a returning subscriber, you're doing well. So guys, I hope 2021 is treating you well and you've been faithful to all the plans you wrote down at the beginning of the year. You know, that's very important. Staying true to those plans, very important. So when I wrote my final exams, after my final exams, like the first video I made after, I promised to tell you some things about school and all that. But I'm not even going to that school part today. I just want to give you all the spice and the juice about my admission and everything. But then we've been waiting for mobilization. This people don't mobilize us. I don't understand what's going on. Like, and as a matter of fact, I'm not so interested in our service of it. Just give me this money. Let the money enter. Maybe we should just stay at home. Let's go. So let's go straight to that. You know, this is it. I've loved to study mass communication as far back as 2006, right? 2006. I think I was in primary one then, and you know, I just had this special interest. Then if you ask me what do you want to become, I'll tell you a newscaster. You know, being a lawyer, being a doctor, it doesn't freak me. Even till date, like dad Oyede of blessed memories, my big daddy is our big daddy, like it's our dad's uncle. It was like, why not law? I said, sir, that you like, I don't like law. I don't like it. And my immediate sister, she loves law to the core, like to the core. So like, I think those are different. So everybody shouting doctor, lawyer, engineer, you know, those are the three things everybody shout up and down. I'm a lawyer, I'll send newscaster. I shall want to cast news. This or that was so like I was very young, very tender, since I've been saying that and everything. So people saying that at the long run I studied at mass comm, like it's a wonder. When people ask me, what do you study? So you are done. This one, you're not a graduate. What cause this or that one? And I'm like, mass comm. Oh my God, Mama, you've been singing this thing. I could recall that was a few months ago, maybe even not last month. When a friend, she's a sister to me as well. So back then we used to go to the same lesson at Doba, because I lived all my life in Oyo, primary school, Oyo, secondary school, Oyo, university, Oyo. So I lived all my life in Oyo. And back then, each time we go for this lesson and all that, so she there was a day, like we really don't talk, but we talk once in a while. So there was a day she asked me that, what would you like to study? I told her mass communication. And the day she heard how I've graduated, she was like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you, like you pursued it. Like that word, it really caught my attention, because I'm like, I actually wanted this and I pursued it. But it wasn't like it happened like that. I think that thing that you want sometimes, like it doesn't come so easy, which is very true. That's why I tell people that whatsoever it is that you want, you give your best to it. Me go. I don't like giving up. Something even happened to me last night. I don't want to talk about that one. But then I don't give up. Hey, see, it wasn't so easy. So like I really want to share the struggle. Like you might not see that struggle, because I know that there's some people who use all the sweat of this life to seek for admission. I felt like mine did not even happen that way. So I'll just try and, you know, give you the gist and all that. So where do we start? Okay, I wrote my JAMB March 2016, wrote my WAEC April May 2016, and I told my parents I wasn't going to write NECO. Why? 2015 I wrote GCE, I did not make all my papers, and you know, I had some outstanding as per I needed some subject and all that. So I was hoping and trusting God that WAEC will favor me, and to God be the glory, it did. And you know, I put in my best. Actually, that GCE, to be frank, it wasn't like I really prepared for it. I really did not. For JAMB, I read for JAMB. Oh my God, all my series. I've gotten to this point of I know the answers to the question without checking the options. You understand? Like I've scored everything to that part. So I was very committed to my reading and everything, and God really helped me with my work to everything. Like I just tried my best and God favored me. So that was like, let me pay for your neck. I said that I'm not writing neck because sincerely speaking, it's because of nothing. Because then my parents were asking me, why don't you want to write neck and all that? I just told them that, sir, I'm tired of reading. See, I've been reading since because November, December I was reading, January, February, March I was reading for jam. From that March I wrote mock in school. I was sure reading and since then I was very tired. I was just like, I wrote the C, then I'm writing the rewrite and all of that. So I was just trusting God and everything. So for my jam, my first choice was Unilag. I'll tell you why I chose Unilag. See, the second choice, let's not talk about it. I was actually going to choose this school, Olabisi Onabanjo University, but I don't know what happened. The person who was to do my registration for me was saying something about the school and all that. So at the long run, I was just like, the second choice doesn't matter because I felt like I wanted to go to Unilag, and by God's grace, if I should have a good grade, everything should work and all that. So this was me thinking that the second choice really did not matter. So I was just like, just choose Osun State University for me. But apparently the person chose something else, and I don't want to talk about that. Let me just go straight. I will tell you the reason why I was actually going to Unilag. I wanted to leave Oyo totally. I have a I don't want to stay somewhere close and setting. It's not because I wanted to run from the house. Like, home is a place to be. Like, you have no idea I love my house. So hey, that's not even gold here. So I was just like, I want to leave this area. Like, my parents have been seeing me because when I was done with what's it called, my work, all the time my friends, my mates were writing I was in the house, so they've been seeing me. I was tired of staying in the house and everything. So most people would see me and they were asking me, how far with your admission, and everything. And Unilag wasn't saying anything and all of that. I was just like, let me write my post to TME and let me go and all that. So I was in the midst of that, and I was really tired. It wasn't like I wasn't doing anything. I was actually following the informations online and everything regarding Unilag's admission and all that. So I don't know, maybe somebody told me that I shouldn't put my mind in Unilag, that you have to have a long leg, you have to have connection before you can get admission to Unilag, and I don't know anybody there, nothing. So I was just like, God, your will be done. Sometimes it's not by having a long leg. If you really want me to go there, just make things easy for me and everything. Just like I said, I don't give up. Like I don't know how to give up. Like once I want this thing, I just give it my best by praying about it, trusting God, trusting the process, and hoping it to happen, and working as well. So I was actually working towards it. I was just giving it everything and all. So later, because of what the person told me, I told my friend that maybe Unilag was not going to work and all that. So I told her that, Mom, okay, I want to do change of institution, and they were like, okay, go ahead. So the day I went there, I was told that change of institution has closed, and this is it. I told you I wanted that mass communication. It was serious. When I already put my mind off Unilag, I was like, it was not going to work. Shebi wanted to run, now you cannot run. So I was just like, oh, God, just have mercy on me, show me mercy, everything. So that was how my parents were like, okay, that if you want to do this change of institution and everything. And that time my dad was already telling me, it's because of your course. There are schools you can actually go to that are nearby. Even apart from being nearby, your course is very scarce. I was like, Daddy, my course is not so scarce. But sincerely, if I go online, the way I search is a standard school that takes like mass communication very, very well, because my parents want quality. My parents, they're this kind of people that they don't care how much you will spend on your academics. Like they just want to give you the best and everything. So I was like, okay, let me try Federal University of Oyekiti. That was when I discovered that they were just about to start mass communication, like that course. So that was like, no, that you can't study there. Like they will just use you people as experiment because they're starting with you. If you really want a quality whatever education regarding this course, then you have to go to a school that is rooted in it, has been doing it. And God, I will search and search. I was seeing most private universities, and they are far. So at the long run, I said I wanted to go to University of Nigeria in Nsukka. That is in Enugu. Hey, my father said the distance is too much. This one, that one. My dear, go and change your course. Each time I hear that, like it turns my head over. That I just told my daddy, God, there are times you have to stand like on your feet, straight up, and tell them this is what I want. And I love my parents for one thing, they don't choose for you. But my parents insisted, guy, go and change your course. I said, no, I want this mass communication. That I've been singing it. You said, you know that I've been saying newscaster. I want to cast news. Allow me. And I was telling my parents, I was just, oh my God. That day I told, you would think I was actually fighting myself. The way I told him that I'm not changing my course. Like, this is what I want. And I really want it. And I'll go for it and everything. So there was a day I actually tried Federal University of Ekiti. I paid for the form already. I did everything possible, and that day their portal closed. Ah! That day I came back home. I said, God, why are you shutting the heavens against me? I was like, God, what is going on? I was really tired, sincerely. I was tired because it was like every effort was failing concerning this admission. I was trying my possible best, and I was praying. I was just saying, God, just help me, just come through, just do this, just do that. And it's like it wasn't working. My dear, God have plans for you. Eh? If God has plans for you, there's nothing that can interrupt it. No matter how you want to try, your own effort cannot outrule God's plan for your life. And not to me that my school was at my backyard. I don't know. So, come October, I could recall. I don't want to tell you the dates, like everything, because I'm very good with dates. I can tell you practically every date, like the date I wrote my jam, the date I registered for Federal University of Ekiti, and the portal closed. I can remember all the dates in my head. Every single thing that happened to me in 2016 is like a drama, and I'm just good with dates, so I practically can't remember everything. So October, my friend, that was October 2016, because I got admission the same year I finished secondary school. So my parents came back from work and they just sat me down and they told me, Gary, you go to private university. I said, private university, okay. Which school? They said Ajayi University. No! Ah, no. I've lived all my life in Oyo. I don't want. I know they do. I can't stay here and all that. And my parents were like, Guy, calm down. Like, time is going. If you go to a private university to be faster, strike, we'll be out of this thing and all that. I was like, Daddy, the money is much. My father said, leave that to God. And my house will not have to trust God. And sincerely, God is faithful. I was like, okay, it was where and all that. They now told me to go and think about it, and I was already done thinking on that. You're saying private university. You know the funniest part? My school, like the university, is closer to my house. My secondary school is far from my house. My school, the school I graduated from, Ajayi University, from my house is trekkable. You can imagine. So that's the trekkable. I'm not even joking. So you can imagine. As I was like, oh no, I'm not going to that school. I'm not going. And they were like, go and think about it. So good for me, a friend of mine, my closest friend. I don't know, friendship now is something else. We're not that close again, actually. So she was with me. She is my childhood friend. We grew up together. We lived together for over 12 years. Yeah. So because my friend was around, I was like, it's a good idea to like seek her consent about it and everything. So I was actually seeing her off and discussing that, and she was like, Guy, you need to know that if I say private university right now, like I'm gonna jump on it. Like, this is an advantage. Your parents are giving you an open check and you're doing all this nonsense and all that. I was just like, I don't want to go like Oyo. I'm just like, you say, guys, see, this to know about Oyo, you're sure going to the 4 walls of the university. University is a university, irrespective of whether closed or anything. What is still like, you really struck me because I felt like, wow, like really it's an advantage. It's not like I'll be the one to pay my school fees and everything. So I was just like, okay, thank you, my friend, and everything. I got back home, I was like, if you had to think about this thing again, like, okay, so that was it. I just told them that, okay, no problem, maybe I'll go. My mom was like, maybe we go. You don't know what you're doing. Like, let us know if you really want to go so we can start. We don't know if the admission is on and everything. So before I knew it, Friday came. It was on a Wednesday. So Friday came. I was at the salon. I just got my dad's call. Hello? Bring all your stuff to Ajayi University. Come and meet us there right now. And like, if I should take like last like 5 minutes, I'll get there. So I just left the salon. I just tied scarf on my head. I just rushed down, and to my greatest surprise, my parents have already filled form. I just saw that like this. I was looking. The woman that was attending to, I find girl. I said, good afternoon, ma. My mommy could. My mommy can totally relate that I was very, very sincerely, I don't want to go. Not because of anything. I told them I wanted to run from the house. Actually, not with bad intention, but I wanted to be far from home a little, so that at least they will feel my presence, that this guy is not around or everything. But I think it was all the same, because even as I was schooling for 3 months, sometimes my parents wouldn't set an eye on me, because in my school we are like borders. We have a visiting day, and my parents don't even have all the time. Like, sometimes, like, okay, the visiting days is basically 3rd Saturdays. So sometimes my parents won't be available, sometimes they won't be around and all that. So, and I was even turning big girl. When I was in 100 level, they used to come for me very well. They bring food for me and my friends and everything, and But I was great. I turned to a big N200 level, so they not come again like throughout. So the only time they come is okay, maybe when we're on vacation, we're on holiday, so they come and pick me and everything. And if I'm telling you that my school is trackable from my house, my father enjoyed coming to pick me. I am daddy's baby. It is not easy. Daddy tell me, hello, once you're ready, just give me a call, come and pick you. No. So that was it. Daddy was always coming to pick me. So but there was a particular day, it was Easter break, so the holiday was like 5 days or so. So I came home as far a year now, from there to there. So when I was now returning back to school, I got stuff for my friends and I prepared food for them. Like sometimes my friend, if I come home for a very short holiday, my friends are in school, I used to take food for them and everything. So there was a particular day, it was Easter break, sha. So I was to go and say hi to my friends. We now trek to school. So I wasn't telling them that I actually came here. Like we trekked to this place. I was with my sister, so we're gisting. We did not really feel it and everything. So they were like, "Guy, when did you call us?" I said like 10 minutes ago. And you are here already. And you said you trekked. I said yes, because I'm always telling you that my house is actually trekkable. I'm not joking. So that was when they actually knew that why the house is actually trekkable. And so that was how one of them asked it. But that is always coming to picture saying, it's a free world. It's my father. So I'm supposed to enjoy fatherly affection. So what do you expect? So that's just it. So what am I bringing out of all this is that really, that short story, as short as it is, it wasn't easy for me. You have no idea what I went through. I know you are like, what did she go through? Guy, like it wasn't so easy. I tried Federal University of Ekiti, University of Nigeria in Soka. The day I was to do the change of institution, I was told the portal was closed and everything, and there was nothing I could do. And even my parents were not in support. My dad is like, the distance is too much. You're a girl child, leaving you to go that far and all. Oh. So that and those and many. So down to Federal University of Ekiti, I've paid for the form. I guess I paid 8K plus, and oh my god, my dad was like, can you imagine? If we did not give you that money, you might think we are wicked. We gave you the money, you see it's a waste. How will you go and try admission the day it will close? And you know how that, like, I faced hell. See, all these days I'll be crying because I felt like, no, I don't want to stay at home. I want to go to school. And I think people who stay at home like for a year or two, they are really strong and they're trying. Actually, I don't feel bad about staying at home. That okay, maybe my mates are in school and I'm not in school. But that's really not it. I am somebody who loves continuity. I'm telling you. Like right now, I'm thinking of how I'm gonna run my masters after service. I don't know why. I feel like once I rest for a while, my brain is already sleeping. I'm serious. Like I feel once I rest for a while, I feel like my brain is already sleeping. So what am I bringing out of this? There's nothing that can actually interrupt the plan of God for a man. Once God has things planned out for you, my dear, there's nothing you want to do. Like, and there's nothing you can do. It is God's plan that will prevail. I wanted to run to Lagos. I wanted to run to Enugu. I wanted to go to Oyekiti. Everything was in jeopardy. Like, okay, I think there was also a time. What other school did I try? See, let me not lie to you. Every school I tried, everything was in shambles. Nothing was working out. Just like what I said the other time, like I was like, God, like, are you against me? Like, why are you watching me like this and everything? But see, the plans God have for us, like, it's all good. I tried everything, it wasn't working. So now tell me, because till tomorrow, I tell people that I feel like Ajay Krada was my land of purpose. Like God wanted me there, that was where He took me there. What if I've tried my way? Like I was like, no, I wasn't going there. I wanted to go to somewhere else, and maybe something bad would have happened. God forbid. So sometimes, sincerely, our will has to stay at the side end, and we just have to allow the will of God because it is always the best and it will forever be the best. You know, it's just like the word of God in Isaiah chapter 55. The word of the Lord says, "My ways are not your ways, neither are my thoughts your thoughts." You see, as the heavens higher than the heart, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. That is how it is. Like I was planning it my home way, and God had it planned out already. And no matter what, it is God's plan that we always prevail. So there's always a lesson attached to every story. If you're not getting anything from this story, I want you to have it at the back of your mind that maybe if this thing is not working, then it is not God's way. It is not God's plan for me. Maybe God doesn't just want it this way for me. It is very, very important that we submit to God's will, because till tomorrow, I'm ever grateful to God that I went to Ajayi Crowther University, even though at first I didn't want to go there. I was thinking of this, that, and all. I wanted to run, and there's no point in running because even when I come home after like 3 months, sometimes like they're happy to receive me because they've not seen me for a very long time. You know, this is me thinking that okay, if I'm away, like when I come back, like they will say how my baby is back, and like it is just like almost the same. The advantage there is just that sometimes I can just say, "Mommy, I need this thing," then and because your parents can't just enter the school anyhow, so I'll just run to the gate. She'll tell me I'm at the gate, and I'll get it and all that and everything. So really, God's plan is the best, no matter how dry. I wasn't giving up. I don't give up. I was just like, admission will come through this year, and thank God it actually worked that year. And I believe it was how God wanted it to be, not my own way actually. So most of the time we actually think that, oh no, this is not how we want it. But God's plan is always the best. He has the best for us. So I believe you enjoyed this video. Let me hear you out. Let me know what you feel in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video. If you've not subscribed, make sure you do that, and also share with others who need to see this. Yeah, so this is the spice, the juice, everything behind my admission. Though it might not be hard, but to me, I know what I went through. I know there were days I cried and cried, and I was like, God, when, and God answered it. To God be the glory. I'm now a graduate, and I'm grateful to God. Even though I was like, yeah, this after school is not easy, because I know back then when I was in school, money day. Now there's nothing. There's not pocket money. Daddy, I want to subscribe. Okay, take money. Daddy, I want to buy your time. Oh yeah, take money. That's all that's all that is remaining and all that. But it's all for the best whatsoever. See, it might not be the way you want it, but anyway God is doing it for you. I want you to embrace it and hold it tight. Like, God has you in mind, He loves you. Even maybe you're watching this and you've not gotten admission and you're still like, God, when? It will happen in God's own time. See, God makes all things beautiful in His own time. God makes all things beautiful. I literally have people that I have around me who had a serious delay in admission and everything, and at a long run God came through for them. I believe will come through for you too. He's an ever faithful Father. So till next time, take care of yourself. Bye.